Hi, and welcome to Pond of Dreams. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that we have used for music in our homeschool. Let's get started. But right now, I'm going to just take you through a few books and things that we have done. So our first thing here is the DK Help Your Kids with Music book. It says it's a unique step-by-step visual guide, and it does come with a CD with that. And it basically covers pitch and rhythm, scales, melody, chords. It's a pretty handy book. So this just is some really solid music theory that you can use with your kids to teach them the ins and outs about music. We have chord types, other chords, passing notes, chord symbols, and it just goes on and on through here. But of course, and we have brass, we have all the different instruments and voices covered back here, the conductor, ensembles. What is the score, folk world and roots, classical music, and I think that even shows like the setup of a concert venue for classical music performance. So I really like just the breadth of knowledge in this book, just all the way from the beginning, from what is music and all the way through. So this is a great book, and I was really glad that I picked that up. The next thing that we have used is called the Music Lab We Rock. It says it's a fun family guide for exploring rock music history, and the kids and I have had a lot of fun with this. It is, we'll just show you the contents here. It's broken into 7 sections. It starts off with rock and roll basics. It has Elvis, Chuck Berry, Fats Domino, Johnny Cash. It ends with Bob Dylan. Then you go on to chapter 2, which is rocking out. You have Jefferson Airplanes, Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix, Cream. And then into chapter 3, we have Ray Charles, Aretha Franklin, Marvin Gaye. Chapter 4, punk rock, the Ramones, the Clash, Talking Heads, the Replacements, Patti Smith. Chapter 5 is dance music. It has Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Bee Gees, Madonna. New Rock Sounds is chapter 6. We have Parliament, Queen, Journey, Bruce Springsteen, Kiss. There's more than what I'm naming here for all of these. Chapter 7 is New Wave. We have Roxy Music and Blondie, David Bowie, Depeche Mode, U2. So I want my kids to understand classical, but I also want them to know rock. And I like that it talks about how to listen, how to have fun as a family with music. In this book, Elvis was our very first one. We just started going through this in order, and we have more to do. We've kind of skipped around on things. So with Elvis, I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to Hound Dog in one day with my kids. It gives you a playlist for each artist. So you have a playlist, and what I would do is go into YouTube, and I just make a playlist videos before our lesson and have those ready to play. And then you have a biography, you have some historical facts or social connections, you have song facts, and they'll highlight a song. For this one, it was Hound Dog. And then they give you a listening guide to that highlighted song. And they do that for each artist. And it's just a 2-page spread for each artist. And follows that format throughout. This is a lot of fun. If you are into rock music at all and want to really get down and study it with your kids, I would highly recommend this book, Music Lab We Rock. And then for some classical music, and we have checked other things out from the library. This is just one that I happen to have in our library. And I think it might have been one of the first Usborne books I purchased because I love the design of it. I think it's just beautifully laid out. And they have the codes that you can scan in. So we would read the section, and then we would scan the code and listen to the music. And it didn't always have songs for every artist, so we would go look more songs up. We would just kind of use YouTube for that. Because, for instance, here we have a page on Vivaldi, but there is no code to scan in, so we just went and looked up music on Vivaldi. They have Bach, and we have a code, but not for Handel, so we went on and listened to music online. And we always wanted to hear more than even what was there for the others, but it's beautifully laid out. It covers quite a few composers and was a really enjoyable book to do as well. And then the next thing, we checked it out from the library, and I actually, because I wanted to talk to you about it, I went and rechecked it out again. I don't know why I just don't own this. Ada's Violin. It's the story of the recycled orchestra of Paraguay. And the illustration style is beautiful. It's just a 40-page book. It's done in a mixed media format. And it's really pretty. The collages go well with the story. And it tells the real life story. This is actually a story that I can't remember how many years back it was. There's a 60 Minutes video I'm going to link to you. I'll talk to you more about that. It covers these children who lived in a town in Paraguay, and they ended up playing instruments made out of recycled materials. They got the town is built pretty much on a landfill where these kids live. And so they used all these materials to build their own instruments, and they've ended up performing in various places around the world. I just thought it was a really inspiring, amazing story. My kids really liked this story. And after we read about this orchestra, it tells you even in the back of the book here about the 60 Minutes video. It's called The Recyclers, From Trash Comes Triumph. And you can find that on YouTube, and I'll put the link to that on YouTube. Here's a photo in the book of the actual kids that this is based on and their instruments that they made. So this is a really, really good story. I would recommend this to everybody, any age. And then we have recorders. My kids have not taken piano lessons yet, but we have been working on recorders, and I will show you. This is my son's recorder, and I will explain these in a moment. And this one is my daughter's, and she also has these. These were belts. They went to a co-op last year, and you had to play different songs to earn different belts. So every time they would pass a song, they earned a belt, like in martial arts. And this one is my recorder. I played clarinet in junior high and high school, and so this has actually brought back a lot of memories for that. So I've been playing along with them too. And we have the book that they had from co-op, and I also got this book on Amazon for us to learn some more songs this year. And then the very last thing I want to talk to you about, and I'm just going to put some screenshots up for you to see what I'm talking about, is actually a website. It's a great website. It's run by the Creative Kids Education Foundation, and I'll put the link to it down in the description. You won't be able to use it on Chrome because the pieces were developed in Flash, and Chrome no longer supports that. But I was able to use it in Microsoft Edge, and I imagine that Internet Explorer will also work for it. And what it is interactive music pieces. They had 3 that we used. The first one was Hansel and Gretel, Design Your Own Opera. And the style is really cute, and you get to pick out the costumes, the set design, the prop management. You be a prop manager, a lighting tech, do stage direction. And in between each scene, it will explain to you how the music is going to change to help shape the story. And so you get to really participate along the way. And my daughter especially really liked that. And the next one that we used was called Brahms in 1890s Vienna, Learning About Chamber Music. And in this one, it's done in a different animation style. And you explore the elements of music as your character moves through the historical sites of Vienna. You're on a trolley tour and you're collecting musicians along the route to complete your, it's set up sort of game style. You visit Gustav Klimt's art studio, so you get to find things in his studio. And every time you get to a different place, there's a game that you can play, and each time you win a game, you collect a musician. And at the same time, you're learning about music. And the last one on this site was called Scheherazade Interactive, and it's set to the music of Rimsky-Korsakov. It's the story of 1001 Arabian Nights, and the words are put up on the screen. The illustrations in this one are very stunning, and you also play games in this one. Let me know how you handle music in your homeschool. Do you read books? Do you do piano lessons or some other type of lesson, guitar? Or do you use books like these as well? Let me know down in the comments, and thank you for watching. I will be back soon. Please remember to like and to subscribe. Thank you so much.